So this is another one. It's a basic, right? You have to know all the basics. Okay. So let's create a new one. And again, this is chapter 7. And I'm gonna call array traverse. Okay. Traversal. Okay. And again, I'm gonna just put public here, and I will delete this one here. Okay. So let's just do this one here. We'll go back here. Let's just say we have an integer grades again, right? This is array. Oops, I'm doing here. Square bracket and the name of the array, and we'll say equal to new integer. And let's just say we have, I don't know how many students I got. Let's just see 35. Okay. And so we'll just give a random number here. I'm giving you a random number here. Let's just say, all right, we have your midterm, right? The grades. We'll just say the grades here. So what about I have a random number generated, and between, I won't go below say 70 to 100, right? So how can I assign to them? So we'll use a for loop. Okay, so let's create integer I, the counter start from 0. So I will say for I start from the first element, and I is less than, and I'm going to introduce you to the one to say grades instead of say 35, right? And I will in general just use the term called length. Okay, so the length, it gives me the more flexibility. So here I generate the array size of 35. What about I change my mind? Another class I have a 40. So I don't have to go change the code here. So the length will also change to 40. So if you give me here 100, and the length here will be 100. So this is much more useful. So use the length, okay? And then we'll do I++, okay? So, and now this is the way we try to, we call traversal the whole array. Okay, so we're looping over each one of them. We try to loop from the first one until the last one of the element. And so let's just say I want to say grades, right? I, okay, so equal to an integer, and I'm gonna do this random number generation again, math.random, okay, and this is the number to 100, right? And I'm gonna say it will start from we'll say start from 60. That's fine. Okay. And so when this is a very, wait, am I doing this right? So this one, it will generate, this one will generate a random number from 0 to kind of 99, right? So if I'm adding 60 to it, and I'm actually going over, so that's not right. How can I generate a number from 60, start from 60, but I don't want to go beyond here. So this is wrong. So I'm actually say 40, right? It should be generate start from 0 to 40. And so if I'm close, very close to 40, and I'm adding, let's just say from 61 to 100. So if I generate 39-ish here, yeah, we'll do this one. So this will actually create from 61 to 100-ish, okay? And start from actually 61, which is fine. So we'll see how this goes. So the point here is that if we want to travel one at a time from the beginning to end, then we are using for loop. So this is a standard. So we're doing for, and we'll start from index 0 and then increase 1, index 0, index 1 for the second element, and index 3 for the fourth element, and so on and so forth, until this is strictly less. The last one is actually 34, never 35. So that's why it's a strictly less. The last one we go into the for loop is grades.length minus 1, right? That's the last one we go inside and we assign here, okay? And now, if we want to print each one of them, right? If we want to print each one of them, we can do that too. So again, for loop, okay. And just copy this and then I'll change, okay. So we'll go into the for loop and guess what? We'll do system.out. We'll do print, okay. And remember last time what we did, and we'll print we'll print the one with a comma and space, right? And last time we did the fence. Remember we did a fence. So instead of print 9, and I'm print, and I print each one and with the comma space, right? But now last time we talked about the fence. We need to this is a pretty bad, right? I need to remember what's that called, fence post algorithm. Right, we talked about the last time. So this is the for loop. We need to be careful because we don't want to print the last one like this, right? So what we can do here is we'll say if what I is less than, okay, the last one. The last one is the length minus 1, okay? Right, so if I is less than the grade length minus 1, okay? So if they are less than, then we print this one out. So then how we're going to do the last one, and then we'll print out the last one. The last one is just a print, 9. Okay, so the last one here, we'll do print 9. Okay, so we'll say print 9, and we will print the length minus 1. Okay, so when this guy finished, okay, so the last one will print. Actually, we can go inside there. So the last one, okay, let's copy here. We'll say else. This is the last one. Okay, then we print 9, the last one. There we go. Okay, so we're doing the if statement, right? If we check to see if this is not the last one, then after each of the print, and we have a comma and space. Okay, so we're going to print them in one line. And otherwise, and the last one, then we actually print only this one and then have a line there. Okay, so we'll go the cursor going to the next line. All right, so now let's run this. Okay, now you can see from here all the way they generate, right? They generate all 35 of them. Right? You probably say, how do I know? So I do have a 100 here, okay, which is good. And then if I run again, they have a different set of numbers. Okay. Now the cool thing is that, how do you know? So 35 is probably too big for us to check. All right. So let's say I just want to do 10. So it's easier for us to see, right? I just change the size to 10 and bingo, I only have 10 students in the class. So I'll say run. Now, see, this is a 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And the grade from 81 all the way to 60. The highest one is 100, and then the lowest one is 62, right? Okay. So, and that's how we going through each one of them, again using the for loop to going through each one of them, right? We're going through each one of them. Do you see that? We can assign the value. This is assign the value, right? So we're doing the assign the value, right? And then we can also print. Okay, we can process them one at a time. Do you see that? We're using the for loop. So for loop, if we want to traversal each element of the array. Okay. Now, those maybe I'll do the next one. I'll do the next one here. Sorry. Yeah, I'll stop here the recording.